Okay. Sagittarius. Saturn and Sagittarius. Burden. Yikes. Kind of a negative vibe for a Sag. So. But I mean, Sags are allowed to be negative. I'm just saying, like, they represent optimism, so it is what it is. So right off the bat, it doesn't seem like the Sags are doing well. But I don't know. I know a lot of Sags in my life. They seem to be okay. I feel like when I don't hear from them, that's when I know they're fine. Because they're probably having fun. I don't know. Or maybe they're suffering in silence, and I'll never know. That's life. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. I mean, this isn't bad, but when I first saw this card, I thought those were gravestones. So, I just have a bad vibe about it, but I mean, it just means perseverance. I need to look up. I got the guidebook recently, so I don't know the artist's intention. Advice is fairness, justice, and the outcome is you're gonna rest. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I shuffled that, but sorry. Six of Cups. Wow. Surprised that came out, because I literally just saw it in the last reading. Okay. A need for balance, harmony, and then the outcome is rest. Yeah, you need the rest, because, like, clearly you're burdened, you know? Seven of Pentacles means persevere. So right now you're just like, you're grinding through. You're just like getting through it. What you got here? Dang. Okay. Your last bit of strength with your perseverance. My God, you're going through it. King of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, justice with the King of Pentacles. That's good. But not really sure what the advice is in reference to this. Ooh, the rest is going to give you clarity in the situation. And then, wow, what you don't see coming is, I don't know what this rest is. I always interpret that as going home, but the great work. See, everything that you want is going to materialize. That's what you don't see coming, which is a great thing to not see coming, because through all of the struggle, you're like, what is this for? And I'm here to tell you that it's for it all. Everything you've ever wanted, it's going to come. But it has something to do with nostalgia. I think maybe it's like something you used to want, or you want a home. Something like that. What you wanted, I feel like, is rooted in something that you desired as a kid. Or when you were younger. Feeling like you were younger. Maybe more naive, but you still remember why you wanted it. Okay. Okay, let's see what this perseverance is about. I don't know. Just pull a card for each of these. I'm just really confused on the advice. Be fair, balance something, and you'll have everything. No, the balance is based off the King of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. And then the Tower. What the F? Okay. I feel like you're gonna hit burnout, or you're gonna make a sudden decision. I feel like this is saying be fair to the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Okay? This young, like, innocence, and also this leader, this powerful leader that has everything, and the student who wants to learn everything. I feel like you are both those people, and the advice is to balance those two parts of you. So right now you're persevering, you have this huge burden that you're getting through, you're on your last bit of strength, but you're doing that because you have, like, that initial passion of why you started, to, like, why you're working this hard. You know what you're chasing after, and you just want it to materialize. I feel like this is saying be fair to yourself and like your capacities and your health, just because these are earth signs, your well-being, and also just, are you feeding your inner child as well as gratifying this King of Pentacles part of you? You don't want to lose one or the other. Maybe the burden is carrying both. Well, either way, when you act in the favor of whatever's imbalanced, then you can have a rest. Maybe the rest is the balance. Maybe you do that and you'll somehow come to a restful period. And then it'll dawn on you. The dawn is breaking. Something about stability. The restful period is going to be very stable as you gain clarity. You know, I think of someone who takes a break and they go on a farm and they do some like peaceful farm work, like Stardew Valley, just, you know, zen, watching things grow, just being with nature, away from all the busyness. And there's responsibility, but it's like, I don't know, you're not stressed out about it. It's like enjoyable to do these kind of tasks and just kind of let your mind wander. So wherever you're going to rest, I think you're going to think back on your memories a lot. And you're going to remember the greater goal here. Because I feel like you're persevering, and I feel like you're persevering for persevering's sake for something that may not even be there. But this restful period is going to remind you of the end goal, you know, and what that looks like. And I think maybe it's going to be different from what you thought, or you're going to come to like this sudden change of like how you see this great work, that like your goal. It might change. So don't burn yourself out for something that you might change your mind about. I feel like that's what it's saying. I mean, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Should we clarify something? Like, what is the goal, or like what's going to change about it? Or maybe you want to see like how to balance these two parts out. Clarify about more about the direction of what you have to do here to achieve this rest. Empress. Yeah, the Justice does have Empress energy to me, like, you know, HBIC. Chariot. Okay, executing, getting it done. I mean, that's kind of consistent with all your energy here. All major arcana for clarification here. Yeah, this Chariot matches like the toll energy that you're going through. It's like, use that energy, direct it to being towards yourself, be fair to yourself. Empress energy, just empowerment, sun, joy. These are all good things. Does that clarify the way to do it? I think so. I think it's saying like this is going to be a joyful thing to do, is to direct all your energy towards yourself and help yourself. And being the Empress knows her worth, you know? So I think like you'll see how much you're worth, and you're going to feel really good about yourself too. I just want to see Nine of Cups for the King of Pentacles. Wish fulfilled. So I feel like the King of Pentacles on the side of you has a wish that's going to be fulfilled, and the Page of Pentacles has hardship. Like there's going to be something. I think that, okay, it looks like the Page in you, or maybe, I'm not really, I usually do only you as part of the reading, but I never do like, ooh, who this other person's coming in. I don't know why. I just don't think in those terms. So this could very well be two different people. Maybe you're one of these characters, maybe you're both, or maybe they're both external to you. I don't know. But the Page of Pentacles here seems to be suffering, whereas the King of Pentacles is getting everything that he wants. So I think of like a power imbalance. The King gets everything he wants, but the Page is stuck doing this grunt work. She's making tortillas, by the way. That's what's happening in this. Yeah, I think this means to give into your inner child. Okay, I mean, if we know that, we might as well pull an oracle card because I have the inner child oracle. Oh, you know what? I don't. I returned it. That's great. I mean, I guess we could still use some kind of advice. Yeah, it's so funny. I was like, I'm not getting enough use out of this inner child oracle. You never know. Okay, let's get some advice here. Mending, okay. Number 52. Forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. Each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal. The pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. Set yourself free. I think a lot of these messages are relevant. Healing wounds. Forgiveness. Because if these are two sides of you, the Page and the King, then you need to forgive yourself for this imbalance and the wounds it causes one side or the other. It's hard to integrate all the sides of ourselves. So I think you need to forgive yourself for going through all this, like putting yourself through this burden. You know, maybe there's a part that's angry at you for investing this much into something that's draining you. But you did it for a reason, you know? You gotta have that debate within yourself. You need to forgive each other within yourself. Now, you only have you at the end. So, you know, you gotta be nice to yourself. Be kind to yourself.